Alrighty, welcome back into the LCS Challengers League. We're here for our halftime show, the last one that we have here for Week 6. Bringing back Kangas and Cubby after Golden Guardians Challengers taking down Dignitas Challengers pretty definitively. A lot off the back of Young's mid lane play.
Good game. That's all I gotta say for GG. That was a damn good game. Like, they were down a few K gold. It's a comp where Dig, they have to get a lead and snowball it from there. But the way that GG was able to fight in the mid game, again, when you're scaling, you gotta find ways that you can fight back early. When things grouped up for GG, they managed to win the first few groupings and then snowballed things from there. They played it really well.
Yeah. I think Prismal in particular had a lot of really good engages, cool angles to come in from, and the team's just so willing to follow up. And like you said this, Gubby, this team plays like a team. They play like 5 players communicating on the same page, and that's not something that can be said of every team in this league, let alone even some of the teams towards the top of the standings. Sometimes they're just winning because like they just get a lead and then they're able to bully their opponents that way. So yeah, Dignitas have their work cut out for them.
Well, and I like there's a point that you talked about, Kangas, where we saw Prismal use the ult from Rakan, where he looked like he was going to dive, and then he actually decided to pull back instead of continuing
trigger
with the play.
Discipline.
And exactly, that's what I just wanted to say. It was the trigger discipline you see from these players on Golden Guardians Challengers, and I think why they've started to surge so well. They're playing as a team. They also know when they should look for the plays. They're not just trying to make every single play work, even if they shouldn't.
Yeah.
So there we go. We got that. But let's get into our halftime bit in a segment that I originally have called This or Stat. I'm changing it up a little bit, and instead of just being the strict lane-to-lane assignments where it's like, top lane, the opponents against each other, you're trying to pick which one, I've kind of mixed and matched a little bit more just to see if I can throw you off, as well as get a little bit more of a history of all the players involved. So are you guys both ready?
Yeah, let me just cheat real quick and then put my notes away so I can make sure this is legit.
Okay,
all right.
Well, let's see. Some of these I don't know.
Cheat and not put my notes away.
I don't know how good Cubby's going to do on some of these, because I definitely made sure to do a lot of research on this one in order to make it really difficult. Are you both ready?
Right, let's go.
All right, so just so everyone knows, in the halftime bits, we are tied 1 apiece at the moment. Cubby was able to get the second one, and Steve got the first.
That was still BS, and you know it.
It doesn't work with the narrative having you both, having one person have 2-0 going into the last one, Steve. So it's just how it goes. So you're tied at 1 apiece going into the very last halftime show. So let's get into question number 1, shall we? Which player has the best gold diff at 15 amongst all players in their role? Hoon or Insanity?
Ding Ding Hoon.
Ding Ding Hoon. And let's see, Cubby, what about you?
It's Hoon, but I'll say Insanity.
And you can actually guess the same, just so you know that you're allowed to.
If I got first, then it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Okay, you're allowed to guess the same on this one. So right, yes, Hoon. You're both right. It is Hoon. Hoon is at 738 gold diff at 15 before the games today, while Insanity was only at 165, which put him 6th place if you combine both Diplex and MNS.
So he would be 7th if we don't combine Diplex and MNS.
Yeah, exactly. So, yep. So you both get a point. Congratulations on that one. There you go. Ding, ding, ding. Right. Let's get into question 2. That was kind of a gimme. I wanted to make it easy for you guys. This one's a little bit of a gimme too, if you've done any research. Which player has more wins on Aphelios, Array, or Spawn?
Oh.
Dang, Spawn.
Spawn.
Like, Aphelios is his most played champ. It's his highest win rate champ in his career, I think. It's got to be Spawn.
I'm going Spawn as well, also because Spawn's just been playing for longer. So there's a higher likelihood, especially given the time he's played. That was when Aphelios was meta, so yeah.
All right, well, like I said, this was a given answer. The answer is Spawn. Spawn has recorded 26 wins. However, Array is at 21.
Ooh,
so it's not like he's that far behind. That's kind of why I wanted to put this one up here.
I think it speaks to how many games that were played in Amateur the year that Array was in there in 2021. Holy cow, there were so many games. The Barrage, I think Barrage played 70 games when Academy played like 9.
Yeah, Academy had a single round robin best of 1 for that spring split. That was hilarious.
I'm so glad we had format changes. That's all I'll say. That was not good.
I mean, it gave a lot of people a lot of practice. That's what I'll say.
It gave me a lot of casting gigs. I really appreciated that.
Shout out to Trinity and Whoopley, who fixed that real quick.
Yeah, that was not good.
They were quick to answer the feedback
Not
on
good.
that one.
Yeah, the 9 games versus
really good
75 games was not good.
Yeah.
Format's really good now. I do like how it is. Let's get into question number 3 because you both are tied at 2-2. Which player recorded their first ever pentakill against the other? Concept or Rosethorn?
I'm going to go with
That's a tough
Concept because he's a top laner, but this is honestly just a coin. It's actually it's a pen flip, you know?
I don't think Concept's ever gotten a pentakill. I'm going to go Rosethorn. I'm actually switching up. This is my chance to pull ahead.
Oh, it is. It is your chance.
All right.
Or it's Cubby's chance. So let's see. What is our answer on this one?
Drum roll.
Drum roll. You are right, Kangas. It is Rosethorn. In 2021,
was that Kindred?
Rosethorn got a penta on Olaf against Concept while Concept was on Revival. Concept has gotten a pentakill, but not against Rosethorn.
What team was Rosethorn on back then?
Rosethorn was on Golden Guardians Academy.
Oh, was it? It must have been like the Unified or
It was when the Golden
Wisdom's
Guardians Academy
event.
would practice playing in the Unified games.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
Was it Unified or was it the
was
Wisdom
Unified.
event?
It was
Okay, because the
Unified.
Giant Slayer Gauntlet, the final was EG GG, and GG reverse swept him.
I was thinking Rosethorn because I know Rosethorn also plays things like the Kindred. So I was like,
Yes,
I feel
but
like
it was
his champ
Olaf.
pool would
He actually got it
allow a
on
penta.
Olaf, which I thought was really
The
interesting.
Broloff. It's kind of funny.
Broloff.
I think he ended the game 13-1 as well. But there we go.
Can't
Point to
kill me.
Steve.
My
So
dad
Steve,
owns a dealership. Shout out to Broloff voice lines. That was it. You don't know that one?
I
No,
actually
just
don't.
keep going, keep going.
I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to go into question number 4 because
It's in the game.
I'm going to have to believe you. I mean, I don't play enough Olaf, I guess. So let's go question number 4. Which player was on the winning team at the 2018 Scouting Grounds? Prismal or Diamond?
I don't know. I'm going to guess Prismal.
I don't know, and as long as I answer
Actually,
the
no,
same
no,
as Cubby, I will win.
It was Prismal because Prismal won MVP.
All right, I will also go Prismal
I think Prismal won MVP
for
that year.
those reasons, and no other selfish reasons of being ahead currently.
So I will say you are right, Cubby. So yes, you both get the point. However, you're wrong. It's for the wrong reason. He was not the MVP of that one.
Oh,
It
okay.
was actually his jungler, who I think was Fnatic at the time. Yes.
Okay, it was Fan.
So-
I know that Fan won MVP because
Yes, I believe
was
it was.
in a-
I believe. I have to remember off the top of my head.
APA uses the MVP photo of Fan quite a bit to joke with Fan because Fan like didn't shake Wild Turtle's hand, and it's very funny.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a good photo. He looks very awkward in it.
There you go.
Good
You
facts.
got some fun facts. Prismal was playing ADC at the same time as Diamond playing at the same scouting grounds. That's when they first both were able to get into Academy the next year, in which Diamond was then able to win with Cloud9 Academy.
They won a lot.
Well, and they won, I believe, against Prismal as well when he was on 100 Academy, who got first in the season.
Spring, not
spring.
summer.
Yes,
100 Thieves
exactly.
Academy won summer.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
Look
trying
at
to say in
us.
spring. Boom. We're getting
We're
all the notes.
historians over here.
I wasn't
All
even
right.
casted back then.
All right. Now, I will say, to make this even for Cubby, you have to answer differently on this final question.
What?
Okay? Yeah. You can't
No.
just answer the same.
You can't just change the rules on me like this.
I can,
get-
of course I can change the rules. It's my game.
Gonna
I
get
can
my
do whatever
buzzer out
I
here
want.
and put
All
the
right.
pen down for this one.
All right, I got my
So-
buzzer too. Bring it on.
Now, which player was on the
Win this
winning
rigged
team
game.
when they faced each other in Proving Grounds of Summer 2021? Young or XU?
Buzz.
I don't know
Buzz.
this one.
Buzz.
Now let me think about
Oh
it.
no,
Okay.
Buzz, no, it's
Go-
Buzz
No,
is
no,
young.
I buzzed
It's
first.
young.
I
It's
buzzed
young.
first.
Okay, we got a Young out of Covey, so Steve,
But I
that means you
buzzed
got
first.
Yeah, it
I should
doesn't
get
matter.
first
You-
dibs.
I answered first.
You got to answer. You buzzed, but you didn't say anything, so your buzz goes out the window. So you get XU. But you should be happy that that's the case because you are now right. It was XU. He was on Cloud9 Amateur, and they beat 100 next. The team Young was on at the time, 2-0, knocking
Was it in
them.
Scouting Grounds?
Let's
I was thinking
go.
about Scouting Grounds
Proving
proper.
Grounds. I said Proving Grounds.
Proving Grounds. Different
You
thing.
weren't listening.
Different thing.
Brad.
Cubby got himself baited.
I won on accident. Let's
He
go.
won on accident, so there you
Crap.
go. The winner of today is Kangas. Congratulations on that one. You know, Cubby, it sucks to suck sometimes, you know? You just can't bait yourself that you got yourself into the... You pigeonholed yourself. You're like, it's scouting grounds. XU didn't go to scouting grounds.
Can't even play the who do you think you are I am soundbite I have.
Did you have that soundbite ready to go?
I did.
Oh, that would.
I don't know which button it's on. I'm kind of looking over at it, but no. Instead,
can I give him my win just so we can do that and gloat?
All we get's this.
All right, well, you guys can do all the sound effects you want, but why don't we get ready for our final game of the day for Week 6. Dignitas Challengers, they suffered the loss, but can they bounce back and deny themselves ever having a 0-2? We'll find out after this champion select. So Cubby, Kangas, take this away.
Thank you, Magical. We were talking about that before going into the game. I think that was going to be one of the trivia questions. But this would be Dignitas Challengers' first ever 0-2 if they drop this game. They're the only team remaining to never get swept in a best-of-2 series.
It's also, we're going to see which is more powerful. I'm stealing this from Twitter. But a 3-series draw streak for Dignitas or a 3-series win streak for Golden Guardians Challengers.
Ooh.
So a little bit more on the line.
One can be true. If Golden Guardians win this, they're also tied in win-loss record from games, but they would own the head-to-head against Dignitas Challengers, so they would actually be in second place. So this would be a huge win for Golden Guardians Challengers to jump up in the standings in the second-to-last week.
All right, well, moving forward, we're going to have to see what ends up happening in this pick ban, as we do have a side swap. I must say, Dignitas, definitely a team that really does prefer blue side. So this is already surprising seeing them on red. Curious what they have up their sleeve, and curious what we're going to see open here for Golden Guardians Challengers, is at the moment a lot of ADs have been taken off the board. Zeri's been a really big pick for Array, and they're okay taking Zeri without Lulu. And Dignitas, curious enough, actually going to get rid of the Azir, which again, at 7-1 for Insanity on this Azir. Maybe you don't want to deal with that, or maybe want to take a different mid laner for the push. But we see Zeri or Sejuani here. That's the real question here for Golden Guardians.
Looks like Sejuani for now. There's things like Zeri. I mean, Caitlyn's still on the table if you want to go for the early aggressive play like Dignitas were showing last time around. So there's still some options. Sejuani, pretty safe first lock-in for Golden Guardians, though.
Now Dignitas. Again, that Zeri, I keep on bringing it up because Array, he has 14 games of Zeri. That might be the most games we have out of a single player on a single champ out of anyone in Challengers. It's a lot. So Dignitas,
what?
14.
Whew.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
That's the opposite of Bradley's stat, where he's played 14 different champions.
Yeah, that's like more than half the games he's been on Zeri's. So the Caitlyn pick does somewhat deny the Zeri. And Dignitas now, if they want to grab the buy, they can. But XU, we'll see what he has up his sleeve, as we do expect to see jungle here.
Rafa, shout out. You got to go get him, Cubby, if he's not watching this game, if this is locked in, because I know that he's been playing this. Are we on the patch that this got buffed, or is that not live? Okay.
It's the next patch.
Maybe next patch then. So probably not going to get locked in. No! That's locked in! Cubby, I give you permission to go run and grab Rafa to make sure he's watching this, or at least shoot him a message.
I'm gonna open up Discord.
Okay.
XU just locked in Italy.
Locked in for XU.
Come over.
Honestly, can we just get Rafa to come in and give his insight? Like, I don't even want to commentate pick ban anymore at this point.
I mean, I gotta say, XU's Italy, it's really good. It's something that he's been playing for a long time. But I would really like if Golden Guardians just ends up taking tanks, because Kate plus mid, you can get stat checked by tanks. Something like Sion would be really, really strong here for Golden Guardians Challengers. I really want them to lock this in.
There it is. Easy lock-in for Concept. He's used to playing tanks in the top lane, used to not having a lot of resources given to him. This would fit the playstyle of Golden Guardians Challengers, and it would counter the champions locked in so far for Dignitas. And there it is. Okay, double tanks with a Varus in Caitlyn Italy.
What can you take as Hoon to beat Sejuani plus Sion? And why is that answer Cho'Gath? Please allow me to continue this theory. Now, I mean, Cho'Gath's actually pretty good because it would be a big frontline here for Caitlyn plus Nidalee. It is a pick that might be up later in draft. Dignitas could take something else here. They can take a support pairing, or you can just take the Cho'Gath right now. Buy a lot of space for Kate plus Nid, and you counter the Sion.
I was going to make a joke that they should just lock in Renekton because it's the incorrect choice, but then I could make the joke about Renekton-Nidalee combo. But no, it is the correct choice. Cho'Gath makes a lot of sense. Counters the Scion. Joshi yesterday was walking me through the lane interactions. Anytime Scion starts charging the Q onto the minions, either to clear or to trade, Cho'Gath just press Q underneath him. Or even the W will silence and interrupt too. So a lot of opportunities to just shut down how Scion wants to play the lane.
I do want to see a little bit of a focus here on maybe mid laners being taken away on the side of Golden Guardians, as I am expecting a mid laner to be locked in here for Insanity to protect that support counterpick for Diamond. Yeah, it would be a good adaptation here for Dignitas moving into the red side game. But yeah, so GG, they are going to take away that Jace, 80 damage, or maybe we see a Tristana ban even too. Targeting Insanity. I think Trist would be pretty good against Scion plus Sejuani, because if Trist gets accelerated at all, the Kraken Slayer and the LDR, you can shred through tanks, especially with that big Cho'Gath in the front line.
One other thing that I think they could benefit from is more lockdown. A Cho'Gath's not reliable in Gage. Nidalee benefits heavily off of CC that can keep people in place. So they're also going to have to somehow manage to fit that into their comp too.
Ooh. The Aurelia ban tells me that they do really want Tristana. I would like to see a Tristana ban here from Golden Guardians.
Do Golden Guardians have the same read? Are they following the same thought pattern?
Young did play the Aurelia into Ryoma's Tristana yesterday, so Dignitas may be doing some scouting there. Plus, it does combine with Sejuani. Instead, Lux being taken away so that Wombo combo, you can have in the Caitlyn lane. That's not going to be an option anymore. And I'm expecting to see a Tristana here for Insanity.
And then what does Young want to play into that? I mean, Akali's still on the table. It's not the Aurelia. It's not the same as that, but still has maybe one-shot potential come first 2 items. What?
Sivir. Oh, it's Kate's support. Okay, so we have a Sivir actually being locked in. Very interesting. As it, again, for Dignitas, it's all about push and what you can do with that push, Kangas. So all in on the early game. We're going to save and then counterpick for the side of Insanity.
What if Young plays Tristana?
No, not a lot. They need magic damage of some sort here. So likely going to fall on the Young, who... That Akali, it's really tough to play in the Cho'Gath, but it's really good in everything else. So as long as you can get around the silences, should be okay here on the side of Young.
A lot of squishy targets that you can look for, and also fairly easy to dodge out on Nidalee damage. If she gets on top of you, you can either just drop the Shroud or try and backflip away.
We could see Jhin to try and answer some of the lane prio here. Prismal used to be a marksman player, but again, Prismal more comfortable on the engagers. He is going to have to survive the onslaught of whatever they're going to have thrown at them. So it will just be the Rakan again. Prismal can piggyback off the Sejuani plus the Scion. And now Insanity is just all about what he wants mid for this counter pick. I will say, something like Galio could be pretty good here. It's not great into the tanks, but you can at least use it to control Akali and maybe play off Caitlyn a little bit.
Yeah. It creates space.
This would also be good.
This
is something similar, yeah.
Similar theory. Okay. So it is Cho'Gath locked in.
I will say, it leads to a triple magic damage topside, which makes it really easy for Scion and Young to itemize into. So that's a little bit of a concern, but Gragas does fix a lot of the CC issues that we see that are coming out for Dignitas with, the Nidalee, Sivir, plus Kate. Rafa, you have thoughts?
Oh, Rafa's here? We got him?
Oh, what the hell? Oh,
This is your opportunity, Rafa. I'm very curious what's about to happen.
I'm in a bathrobe, y'all.
He's in a bathrobe.
What's poppin'? Hey,
Rafa, we got X2 on Nidalee.
Where's the Nidalee at? Oh, okay. Hang on, I need to digest this. I can't hear anything that Kangas is saying. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I don't know why I'm yelling. I'm just yelling in Cubby's ear now.
This is kind of ass. I'm not gonna lie. There's so much magic damage. There's so much magic damage on Dignitas' side. They're just gonna start. I mean, if the purpose of this is to set up a poke and siege comp, then it's kind of all right, because you wanna bully lanes, you wanna win hard, and then when you start setting up poke and siege, you just start laying down Caitlyn traps, and if they step on it, you chuck a spear, you chuck a boomerang blade, and then if it gets super low, Insanity going full AP on this AP Gragas is gonna chuck a explosive cask and then send them back to Narnia. It seems pretty cut and straight and simple, but the thing is that if they don't get ahead, this comp sucks. I'm just gonna.
No. I'm not disagreeing with you there. So
Happy
we'll see
for
if
the
they can get ahead.
breakdown. Happy for the breakdown, but we got to get to live right now because Diamond's cut out from the rest of the team, has to flash early, and now doesn't have it for this Scion Q charged up. Diamond's dead. First blood, the Young and Golden Guardians are going to make this Nidalee life even more difficult. Oh, their AP mid laner just got fed.
The Gragas was back in base too, so they didn't have everyone to fight there. Gragas might have been able to buy some space, but Diamond loses his flash, loses his life. We're going to take a second look. I mean, the scouting spear was nice, but from here, you can see Insanity. He's going to take that base all the way, and then Diamond's just too far up. Oh, we get a nice view there of the spirit. Look, wow, we're getting creative here with the observers. Prismal just a Chad eating that and making sure he gets the kill.
And then Concept, I love the heads up play from
zoning
Concept.
Q.
Yeah, just starts Q because they're going for the level 5 champ invade anyway, but then also walking up towards the turret to say, all right, well, he doesn't have flash. I can cut him off at the pass. And I don't know who's spamming Golden Guardians Challengers right now in chat because level 1... Look, oh, wait, sorry. It's flipped around. Right, yes, that is the correct one to spam. That makes sense. Never mind. I got baited by the side selection.
Hold on. Rosethorn is trying to level 2 bot. Again, Caitlyn doesn't have flash, so this could be doomed.
All right, can they pull this off? Diamond has barrier. That's all they're working with right now. Spawn sniffs it, and the engage yet again. Diamond will get locked down. Your life will not get easier from this point forward. Another kill to Golden Guardians.
Yeah, they gave it over to Array too, because why the hell not, man? Just make sure this marksman's good to go as Array has the on-hit spec this game. And, oh, Golden Guardians, I mean, this bot lane prio, this draft for Dignitas, as Rafa, you know, ever so eloquently pointed out, you know, just exiting his robe, you know, you got to get ahead. This is not getting ahead.
I mean, ahead in the clear now, right? You know, up in a little bit of CS.
As a team, you got to get ahead.
Over Rosethorn. Oh, that was
Yeah, he meant like, you know, team. You got to actually play from ahead. That's kind of an issue now.
Well, in that case, it's looking pretty doomed.
Well, I will say Golden Guardians a little bit of easier comp to execute, but it is important to say we did see Dignitas in that last game pick up an early gold lead, and we saw Golden Guardians turn it on them. So maybe Dignitas chance to do the same here to GG.
Kill first blood for Young. Picks up the Dark Seal. Array backs and has a Vampiric Scepter. 3 minutes, 20 seconds into this game.
Oh, man. Young's really trying to get Insanity to go in here. As the Prismal was spotted out, so he's just going to play for the word clear. I will say Gragas, really, really good matchup into Akali. It just makes Akali's life really hard to get the combos and the execute off. So I really like the theory of having Gragas mid. Again, a pick that's really been rising in priority.
Has not baited him in yet. We do see an invade topside. XU taking away some of Rosethorn's top camps. Is Rosethorn actually looking mid now? Insanity low on mana, so we'll be struggling here if Rosethorn looks for a gank. Victors, thank you for the insight here. Hoping that yellow team wins, as we do have the 2 yellow logos on the screen. Which one do you think he means, Cubby?
I think he's rooting for a good game. Yeah, it's, you know, the neutral third-party observer here. As Hoon does pop a biscuit to get some mana back.
Concept? Okay, nah. See, this is the sustain of the Cho'Gath. Whenever you clear the minions, you heal back a little bit. It is hard to keep a Cho'Gath down.
And I do like how aggressively Hoon was playing this out, but that said, Hoon's playing a little bit too aggressively here as that's a Sejuani.
2v1 tank battle. Who wins it? It might surprise you. Actually, Hoon does flash away. XU's here. This might have been the turn Dignitas needed. XU's got the damage. Takes down Rosethorn, and Hoon can survive this. Oh! Flash from Concept to dodge it out, get the final auto. Double kill to XU all the same.
Nice counter from XU as he's level 5 to level 3 on Rosethorn. He's about to get another Raptor camp here. So it's a really good start for the Nidalee, who has 40 CS. He did the Omega power clear, man. He was counter jungling Rosethorn, and he's already getting involved.
So it might have been a joke to start off, but it's actually turning in to potentially the win condition, as XU did clear out the top camps from Rosethorn and get a double kill now.
Oh my God.
I mean, maybe it's not about the team being ahead. Maybe it is just XU being ahead.
This man's going to be loaded. As you can see, he got the Omega clear. And I got to credit Hoon for the flash. That's really what opened this play up for XU. And you can see XU saving his W till the end. Didn't want to just, you know, risk the flash from Rosethorn using
Yeah.
red buff to chase him down. Some good nibbling mechanics right there. As XU going to be able to get something going for Dignitas. Very important on the map here, Kangas, that Dig had something go their way. Because, again, bot lane, that being even is a problem.
The fact that spawns come back feels all right, but yeah, I mean, as the game continues, the tankiness is going to be insane for XU to deal with. You want to have power now, and those kills early, plus the clear means that XU will be packing more of a punch as looking for a gank bot lane. There's not a lot of engage tools, so they kind of have to bait Prismal to engage into them, but Golden Guardians are not taking the bait yet. As I say that, Rosethorn's here.
XU's 6. XU has 2 levels. He's got to land spears and be massive in this fight.
Rosethorn, oh, he walks up and sees XU. First spear misses as Diamond actually just solo chunking out Array and Prismal, preventing them from coming in. So, lays off.
And XU, I mean, we'll see if he continues this, because he can go over to the red of Rosethorn that's just about to spawn. He's going to check this with a trap. And Rosethorn is going to have to seed this, given the bot lane prio from Dig. So XU trying to recover a little bit on the map
I
here.
don't know if Rosethorn's spotted. I actually don't know. Okay, now he knows. As Young will come in to back up his jungler, but with multiple members of Dig around here, I think they could push for more. Diamond's got to be respectful, though. Prismal over the wall. Okay, they just give it. Rosethorn gets the red buff.
They did get Spawn a really nice reset, though, and now they can chain this into a dragon. So XU is able to find some pressure that, you know, does help out where Dignitas is at. His concept, that goes wide. And Hoon, he does have an eat that's down, so he wouldn't be able to kill, but does also have a Teemo to share with concepts.
Yeah. It was a cool look. I like the idea of that, especially when you're tank v tank. It's not like, unless you needed to use that ult for a reset to get back into lane, you might as well look for the solo kill. But dragging over to Dignitas Challengers. They're starting those stacks early. Off of XU still being so far ahead, but Rosethorn's trying to be active on the map now with Prismal's help. This might be the dive angle.
Wait,
Concept starts tanking turret first, though. Not the best start to it, but it should work out all the same. Concept gets the kill.
XU, though, is rotating. We have Diamond, not yet 6, but can XU find anything?
Ooh, Rosethorn taking a lot of damage here. Look at that burst coming in from Nidalee. Woo, that was a lot, but traded right on back as multiple members of Golden Guardians here now. Diamond has flash, doesn't need it. XU on a killing spree. Cleans up Prismal, looking for Concept now, who's quite tanky. Unlikely they get that kill. I like the look onto Rosethorn, Rosethorn instead.
Would have got checked, you know? But hey, that kill going over to the side of Dignitas, that might just be enough to open up the map, open up the Rift Herald for Dig. So this Nidalee, we haven't seen Nid yet, and we know it's coming back in the next... Oh, hold on.
Ooh, solo kill from Insanity. Young has the perfect execution. Shuriken flip, gets out of there.
As I was saying, we haven't seen a ton of Nidalee yet, but we know it's a champion that XU can play historically, and we've seen it emerging in CQ as we are now on 13-4, so the fact XU's busting it out a little bit early here, good to see.
Be careful as Young here. Diamond has some range to work with, and Prismal gets poked out too. They're trying to catch his wave for Young, who doesn't have teleport. Dignitas are now laying the siege in. They get the Herald. Look at this gold lead for XU. 9 minutes in, 1,500 gold up over Rosethorn. Obviously, you know, it's a Sejuani. Kind of makes sense. You don't need as much resources to be impactful, but XU, if they continue this balloon, they can ride this one pretty far.
Again, important that XU was able to recover, because on the side of Dignitas, I mean, you have a Caitlyn support, you have a Nidalee, but also, like, with Sivir, Cho'Gath, Gragas, you have a lot of legitimate ways to buy space for these champs to function, so I'm kind of curious to see how this one plays out, honestly. Like, I want to say that Golden Guardians does have some scaling advantage with his on-hit Varus, but I mean, you're going up against the Sivir. We've seen what Sivir can do against melee-heavy teams. Just going to be a while till Sivir does damage against the Scion, so I think the mid-game is going to be really important here for Golden Guardians. They should have a big advantage in their ease of execution, and these tanks, they can just throw Scion and Sejuani's weight around. But with how far ahead XU is, he's able to find chunks and take some of the HP away from GG before they find an engage. Again, that could set up a good map state for Dignitas.
And the fact that XU's pulling out the Nidalee before the changes, before the patch is even live, where she might be a viable jungler, just incredible stuff. This player, his journey throughout the academy scene, now challenger scene, even getting some LCS stage time at the end of the split. Okay, Concept going for another aggressive trade onto Hoon here every time. Oh, flashes over the Cho'Gath Q, but I mean, Hoon still has his flash, so Hoon's just like, all right, well, I mean, I'll take that. I guess Concept really wants to get these solo kills.
You could see how much Hoon was healing up too there with the Cho'Gath passive, Doran Shield, the likely second wind as I saw the numbers start ticking up as he was ticking down, and that's just everything gone to the wayside again. This matchup doesn't get any easier here.
The Concept stuck around. I don't think Hoon expected that. This is going to be a solo kill. Hoon's got flash, but one more auto. Just a little charge on the Q, and Concept finds it.
Oh, we don't see the Teemo Pikachu face for that one, man. Concept got the best of Hoon there. This Cho'Gath a little bit behind. Again, I think Cho's a massive pick this game. Really powerful for the side of Dignitas, but it has been set behind, and props to Concept.
Yeah, I mean, not the expected outcome of this lane matchup. First off, Cho'Gath is considered the counter pick. Second of all, Hoon is second place in the league for solo kills. Concept known to play more weak side, get less resources invested into him. Big look for Concept to pick that up. Oh, he's proxying
now
away.
Concept, speaking of picking things up, that's going to give him a really nice reset here, as he should hit base once he hits the brush. And now for Dignitas, it's an even game. Not what you're looking for when you have a Caitlyn support and an Italy jungle Kangas, but we will see if they can somewhat salvage things by taking another dragon here as XU. Oh, he's forced out of the hills. They really want him.
Yeah, Rosethorn's committing to this, and I like the look.
God.
XU's alone. Prismal behind your back. Yeah, you feel confident to go for that one. Although Young might just get blown up by Insanity. One shot? No. Perfect execution to safety.
So really well played by Golden Guardians. Again, they're using their tools together as a team. The fact they were able to find the execute on XU, syncing that up with Young, the preemptive flashes, really like the aggressiveness we're seeing out of GG. And that does open up the dragon for them, so they deny the stacking from Dignitas and continue to take away some of the win cons and advantages for Dig in this game.
Rosethorn throwing up the sad B emote, thinking maybe they got vision on this objective.
Yeah, he's just he's been starved out, man. He's just sad. That's why. Curious though to see.
For himself.
We actually have a different build coming out of Rosethorn this game.
No way, it's another solo kill.
You can see. Oh, hold on.
Sanity doesn't have a lot of mana left, but Array is in a rough spot. Has flash, saving it.
XU's here.
Okay. Array trying to buy as much space as possible. Flash at the very last second. As Insanity now has no mana left at all, will need to go for the reset. Young finds Spawn all alone here early. Heal used by Spawn, but Young is right on top of him. Gets the flash as well. Really close.
Sidestep on that 1 5-point strike was the difference there and what got Spawn out, but all summoner spells burn, so good find from Young. I gotta say, so we did talk about in draft how it's a triple magic damage. Oh, hold on.
Oh, no. Oh, wait.
No way.
Maybe. Prismal? Oh, he wants it. Well, shield's there. A couple more autos. Prismal's not going to commit the flash to it.
Blue buff caught it.
The spear. And now Insanity finally picks up a kill. All right. Prismal punished.
You know, yesterday we saw Prismal in between two turrets while he was down. And today we see Prismal taking a little bit of a journey into the jungle, giving away one over to Insanity, who does have that Rod of Ages completed. I do want to highlight, though, we mentioned the triple magic damage topside here for Dignitas. Look at the different build coming out of Rosethorn. He already has Merc Treads plus the Negatron now. So maybe going towards the early Force of Nature instead of, you know, the more standard build, what we usually see in the Radiant Virtue. I'm kind of curious. We're going to have to keep keep some tabs on that one.
That is interesting. I don't see a reason why you wouldn't still go Radiant Virtue and then go for the Force of Nature
No, he's going Force of Nature first. I mean, it's pretty damn efficient, this game, I must say.
But, I mean, Spawn has the Kraken Slayer, and it's a lethality Caitlyn. Like, they have some physical damage on their team still. Like, I feel like you're still not getting full value out of this. I mean, it makes some sense. I'm not fully... I mean, I'm just surprised, I guess, more so.
I mean, if you don't play around the Sivir Kate, you can get full value out of it. If you're just going to play towards this top side and play away from him.
Go bot lane.
Well, I mean, at the moment... That Rift Herald will be going over to the side of GG for free, as Dig just try and answer elsewhere. But again, these solo laners for Dig, like, I think Cho'Gath can win both sides as we move forward, but Cho has been set behind, and I think Dig will have to really just try and weather the storm here for a little bit. Mid games where I really like the comp for the side of Golden Guardians, but that hurt.
Is he dead? Ace in the hole was not quite enough.
Not yet. Still mid outer.
Got a nice little plant there to heal him up as well. Concept on the flank right now. XU will spot him out. As the Herald was the focus, Golden Guardians at least feeling good about picking that one up, even if their bot laner's chunked out, and they probably lose this turret on this wave, I would assume. It's his first turret. You know, that extra gold is still on the table for Dignitas.
Spawn should be knocking that one down here. You can see Array was able to heal back up all right, given that he is going for the on-hit Shieldbow Varus build this game. Not enough. That is first brick falling in favor of Dig. So Dig, it's only a 400 gold lead for him now. Again, not what Dignitas is looking to have or looking to do. They need more, given the comp. I think they have some scaling options. I just kind of am curious to see how this one plays out, given it's a very different comp that we're seeing. But I think that Dig, they need to go like late to get their advantage back, right? Like they need Sivir to be late. I still think the mid game is going to be very scary for Dignitas. We'll see if they can manage and see if they can use Hoon as a point of strength on the map.
Hoon is currently winning this trade against Concept. The gold allocation is interesting to track because for Golden Guardians, it's mostly in the solo laners. For Dignitas, mostly in the jungler. Look at that, 1,800 gold ahead of Rosethorn. But then top lane, 1,400 for a tank matchup. Doesn't actually feel as impactful for the tanks necessarily as is Nidalee, who really is feeling good about having that extra gold. And if Young walks up here, probably just dies. Sticking on the wave for now, and okay, XU's out of there. Doesn't want to overcommit.
That's still, I mean, for Golden Guardians, I really want to see how they set up around this upcoming dragon. We have Ocean Soul on the map. I must say that's a pretty good draw here for both teams, given how much poke's in the game. It's either Dig can pick it up and, you know, keep on sustaining their health bars in the poke war, or GG can use it to kind of neutralize everything they're going to be staring down from Dignitas. And I gotta say, GG is not set up at the moment, so we might have an opportunity for Dig to actually get in here.
Dragon's up in 20 seconds. Let's watch the back timers from both of the teams. Concept is backing now, has the teleport. Hoon could just stick around and commit to this play, because the mid lane push should belong to Dignitas based on the current setup right now. Prismal's going bot lane. Array's going bot lane as the TP comes through. Interesting call from Golden Guardians. They're just leaving a mid lane open.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're going to play through bot. They felt like they didn't have mid setup because they were just set up through the top side. So instead, they play off the bot wave. They're going to get that in, so they're going to spot Hoon, and it's just going to be a trade. So Rosethorn throws down the Herald. They're going to go for a bot crash, whereas Dignitas is trying to trade this out for at least top outer and maybe more.
Curious that they had the read that Dignitas were all on the top half of the map, as they even go for a dive on the Hoon. I mean, it's not going to be possible to kill him, given the two champions in front of him. They just don't have the damage, but they will get the Herald to crash. This is Dragon and a turret and maybe a dive. I mean, they're just committing. Concept can tank this for quite a while, and with Array here, they now have the damage necessary. Hoon in trouble. Lands the rupture, barely gets to safety. Array's got to be careful now because the Nidalee spears, they do hurt. Insanity is on the flank. He went for the teleport deep into enemy territory. There's now a teleport coming in from Hoon. He's healing up, but he's not going to be full health by the time he gets here. Okay, Prismal can get over the wall just fine. Now do the rest of Golden Guardians get out? Concept could be in trouble. The spears are landing. Young tanks the first one. Ace in the hole. Golden Guardians want to fight this one back. Glacial Prison thrown out. Array's apart from the rest of the team. And that means the Golden Guardians need to back off, so they get out of there. Dragon plus turret, and they don't die to the double teleports invested.
That's big. That's a lot of tools now that Dig don't have to work with. The only play they have is a fast track mid, but we actually have a TP already from Young to go play top, so they're going to go take the top outer in the back half of this as well.
Interesting series of events. Dignitas will at least get a red buff, get some vision down into enemy territory on the bottom jungle, but the Dragon's not going to be up for a while, so there's no reason for anyone from Golden Guardians to be there. And overall, Golden Guardians definitely trading up after the play. Stacking these Dragons. I like the initial look from Dignitas, I suppose. You know, Insanity thought he had the flank. I don't know how Rosethorn spotted him so quickly or kind of what led up to that, because we were so focused on Hoon barely surviving, but either way.
A lot was burned on the Cho'Gath. Oh, heads up. Nice reaction flash.
Okay, Concept throws out the ultimate.
Concept's very deep.
Doesn't find anything, but they get the turret. Concept's low, but running away for now.
What path does Hoon take? If Hoon goes around Raptors, they're going to look. Yeah, okay. Hoon might be able to find someone here. They have full vision, and Hoon's not spotted.
But the rest of Dignitas, they're just not there. They don't have the engage unless Insanity's willing to be really far forward. About the only one that can keep them there.
Camp's still not bad, as XU does ding level 12. And you can see XU is actually going to be going for the Void Staff next. Is Force of Nature Rush coming in here for the side of Rosethorn, I gotta say.
Very funny.
Where is Scion's Force of Nature, man? That should be up next.
Doesn't need it. He's Scion. You know, he just presses W. Good. Okay, but you know who's not good? Insanity. This guy did not build tank. Actually has the explosive cast for safety. Young jumping in, lands a shuriken flip, and Insanity taking a full Akali combo to the face. Prismal, almost found Diamond right there.
No flash.
I like the call from Prismal to turn now on to the enemy support. XU and Spawn are here. Thrill of the Hunt popped. The Sivir speeding them up as Prismal takes a turret shot, but does get back to safety just fine. Now they get on to Spawn. Little late. Chain of Corruption does land, but he turns it back around. XU takes out Prismal. Array's in trouble, and XU chasing him down with the red buff. Double kill to the Nidalee as Young tanks another ace in the hole. XU wants this chase. This is a long
turret.
lane.
He can long
There's
chase
no
this.
turret here. Run past the
Reset
minions.
W. Okay.
Oh, Young actually lands it. He's going to turn it. Young gets the shutdown on XU. The only way out is back in. Let's go.
He did give the shutdown over to Spawn too, but it's just the bloody trade. I think he wanted to make sure that Smite was off the table so that no one could Baron, as Spawn's going to be able to blast cone out. And Dignitas, they turn on GG overextending.
Interesting series of games. These have not been standard league games, Cubby.
I gotta say,
really fun.
I think that Prismal might have been able to turn this around if he actually pops the quickness and then hunts for Spawn, because then even if he gets the spell shield, maybe he finds something on the back half. Spawn did flash the combo, but I think that was a big difference for me on the back half, whereas at the moment, I mean, Insanity was just too far up. Love the punish from Rosethorn plus the Akali. You just have melees. Insanity does his best to clear space, but just not enough against these two. And then things get weird, Kangas.
Yeah, from this point. They go over the wall, and Dignitas, they have a couple of members here to back up.
Actually, like, this spear goes south, but Diamond, the barrier's enough. And then look at Prismal. He's about to get his ult back in the bottom of your screen. I think he has it by the time that he goes in for this next W. Yeah, so he does have it. If he pops it there, like, maybe he can find something, or maybe he can reposition, so you can at least force Spawn to get charmed up, but not going to happen. Love the flash forward from XU. Just make sure that everyone goes their way. And now we have a Baron start coming out. This is dangerous. Dignitas has a lot of poke.
All right, Golden Guardians are on it to start off. Hoon's walking up. Young over the wall, looking for a potential flank.
He's going to look for Diamond Spawn.
Him. Prismal has the engage, but doesn't actually want to commit to the backline. XU's untouched for now. It's all about Hoon taking damage onto the Cho'Gath. Trading.
Baron got him.
Oh, Young taken out of the fight. The poke is huge from Dignitas. It looked like Baron actually got the final hit onto him.
And again, GG starting this up. You're going up against so much poke from Dig. I'm really surprised they're actually trying to force this objective. I don't think it's necessary.
Insanity frontlining.
Oh, yeah.
That Baron is secured.
Watch Array.
Seen by the Cho'Gath. Concept will go down here. Actually flashes, trying to survive. XU jumps in and cleans it up. Shut down.
Gotta protect Array.
As the rest of Golden Guardians are now trying to retreat, but they're on the wrong side of the rift right now. Dignitas are hunting, trying to back. Array's down. XU throws the spear to find Prismal. That means that is a dead Rakan. Dignitas, they push Golden Guardians off the Baron. They will claim the objective and clean up the kills after.
And GG kind of falling apart in the back half here. And I gotta say, Array is level 11 right now. Spawn is level 14. He's up an entire item. So while everything's been going on, while GG's been trying to make plays, take advantage of their mid game, Spawn's been farming. And that's paying off now for Spawn. He's so fed.
Oh, okay. Never mind. He gets out. Doesn't matter. Dragon's still secured here for Dignitas. Yeah, the damage differential in these fights, it feels like, even though the draft is weird from Dignitas, like, I wasn't as thrilled about the Nidalee looking at all the tanks, but look at Spawn here. Look how much damage he's able to output.
And again, Spawn's up 2 levels going into this fight. And Young gets taken out by the Baron, so GG, all this grouping starting to bite them a little bit as Spawn able to free hit because the poke from the Baron, the poke from Dig. Oh, hold on.
Big pick. Here's Diamond has to flash over the wall. Survives the initial engage as Array. Oh, okay. Everyone jumping to tank that ace in the hole. for their AD carry. Dignitas absorbed the play and actually come out slightly ahead. I also want to say, Young died to the Baron. Young also died to like 3 ricochets from Sivir just bouncing off of him. Like, this Sivir is online right now, and you have to respect that when you group up for the fights.
And look at the gold now for Dig. That was an even game before GG overextended on the top side. They're up 7K now after this turret.
Wow.
This turnaround for Dig has been massive.
What a game. I mean, from 0 to 100 here for Dignitas. XU keeping them in it despite Young getting first blood, despite Concept getting a solo kill, Array getting an early kill while they punished a flashless Diamond. The Dignitas stayed in the game somehow. Massive credit to this team. There's a reason that they are second place in the standings right now. There's a reason that they have been giving so many teams trouble in this league.
And good to see Dignitas hold strong here. As I think Dig, trying to find the splits. They've had a competitive last few series. They've definitely been tested. That's going to aid them moving forward in Challengers. Oh boy, here we go.
For flank, big engage from Prismal, gets onto Spawn. Now Young's in with Concept, but Youngster's taking a lot of damage to start off. Can he get Spawn? He does! Trades the Assassin for the AD carry. That's huge for Golden Guardians, because now Array can free fire, doing all the damage that they need. XU's untouched for now, but the tanks are starting to fall. Hoon gets the kill onto Prismal. That was massive while he was engaging, but Array, he's knocked up. He's silenced. XU over the wall. XU's got him! Lawrence taking down the enemy AD carry and saving the fight with a double kill. Concept in full retreat for Golden Guardians, and Dignitas might have just done it. They got supers in the mid lane. I don't think Concept can hold, but 12 seconds for Young. Concept needs to hold the line right here, or Dignitas will just end the game. I think he's bought enough time, actually. Yeah, Young's going to be up, so Dignitas, they'll just take the top turret, maybe the inhibitor, and then they got to back off.
I gotta say, the Cho'Gath Nidalee combo is damn good, man. Like, Hoon finds a Q, it's immediately followed up by XU. He gets the play off of so much CC from Dig. Dig managed to make this comp work in the back half, as I don't love the triple magic damage top side, but I do love how Cho'Gath plus Nid are comboing off each other, because that's what enables them to find Array in the back half. Is it's a good engage and a good attempt from GG. Props to Young. He actually finds Spawn and makes this fight playable for Golden Guardians.
Golden Guardians had a big flank here. It looked promising to start. Yeah. But, I mean, Hoon plays this incredibly well, making a lot of space, and interrupting Prismal's next engage here is actually massive, just by gobbling him up.
I mean, I think it's really well done by Dig. Just keep on walking backwards, wait for the spears to land, force them to walk forwards. There's the gobble as Prismal falls, and you can see all the damage that Array can do, but again, charging up that Q, gets knocked up, then it's the spear. XU waits it out, comes in after the silence. Hoon trades himself out for XU's kill, and that's wiping the fight. Really like how Dignitas played out that team fight.
Incredible stuff from Dignitas. This is not an easy composition to pull off, and they're making it work for now. It's not over yet, though. That was a big sign of life for Golden Guardians. They're down a lot of gold, but if they can find these engages with all of their different engage tools, Rakan, Sion, Sejuani, that's options. If anybody steps too far forward from Dignitas, they can get punished, so Dignitas needs to respect that.
And Dig, right. I mean, they just have to keep on playing off of this Nidalee. Just take control of vision, play the poke game, find your spears, play it slow. It's been really good here from Dignitas. Now we're at the point of the game where Spawn's able to really carry in the back half. So Nidalee's kind of gotten Spawn to this point. We'll see if Spawn can cash it in.
Insanity commits the teleport early. Hoon is committing the teleport early. Golden Guardians need to approach as the Baron is spawning in 20 seconds. Very early setup for Dignitas. They want to control the vision, choke out Golden Guardians, because they also have the supers pushing mid.
Did I just see Ace in the hole throwing at Sion?
It looks like it, sure.
I couldn't tell because the health bar didn't move, but bold. That said, Rosethorn forced to move, but Young has a pretty crazy angle here.
Yeah.
With Prismal. GG getting very creative in the setup. Not spotted.
This. Oh, Hoon's all alone right now. He's tanky,
fine,
but they might just have enough if they commit to it. Concept's trying to tank on his side of things, but does he have the force of nature? He's taking a lot of damage. Hoon is still alive, by the way.
He hasn't moved. Cho'Gath balanced.
Oh, no. Yeah, Golden Guardians, they thought they had something here. Oh, they do! They got XU! Okay, that is rough. Jungler traded for Jungler. Who's going to smite the Baron now?
Cho'Gath. Wait, he's going to get that eat back up. It's going to be A-okay. We'll see if GG can even stick around as Array's going to be forced out by Diamond. So it's just going to be a play for Dragon. If anything, there are minions on the Nexus turrets of Golden Guardians.
Golden Guardians have to get back, but they see Insanity. Young's got the damage with Prismal backing him up. They're being so creative with how they want to play this out. Insanity's tanking it up for quite a while, though, when he gets back to safety. Diamond and Hoon are here. Diamond has the damage. He can take down Young as Young's in full retreat. Shurikens to safety. Array gets back to base to clear out the minions, but now Young is still getting chased down, and Hoon's there for the knock-up. The silence. Shroud just in time for Young. Has to flash finally, but he just carried Dignitas down to this dragon. That should be a free objective for them.
You can still see how Golden Guardians are reaching, forced to reach, given the gold deficit. Trying to take some creative angles. And again, GG, I kind of love how they're just throwing stuff at a wall, seeing what can work. Don't love that. As, oh, that's a really expensive flash blown by Array. That's going to hurt in the back half, not having flash available for Varus. That could be enough for Dignitas to just start burning down this Baron.
Roasthorn will clear out some wards around there, but I don't think there's even an approach. Okay, Young teleports to the top wave.
Dig should notice that Cannon Minions getting to the wave a little bit slower. They might be able to guess that Young actually TP'd up there.
I mean, maybe also their eyes are probably elsewhere. I'm imagining they're looking at the Baron. Imagine they're looking at the approach from Golden Guardians. Young does have the flank here. Baron secured. Young is into the pit. Perfect execution. So much damage when Prismal's engaged. No way! Golden Guardians actually pulled it off! A double kill to Young! Prismal will go down, but Hoon has to flash over the pit, and Roasthorn will follow. I don't know if they have the damage teleport in from Concept. The tanks are chasing the tank, and I don't know. Okay, he silenced a knockup. Can he survive? Young's there, should have the damage. Hoon will go down. It's only Baron left on XU. Golden Guardians have done it. A 1-for-4 trade. Can they end the game here?
They cannot end. There's no way they can end. Spawn's going to be up, but what an insane play to engage from Prismal and Young as the Akali ult. It found 3. They're at least going to get an inhibitor.
I mean, Cubby, they might end.
Push.
It might be the game.
No, Spawn's up. Spawn's going to be up. It's going to be so tough.
Okay, now it's not the end of the game. Guaranteed.
It was never going to be the end.
Snipes Young.
All right, XU can actually long chase this.
Okay. Does he want to go for it? As a blast cone. Roasthorn, the Krugs are not worth it. Oh, thank goodness. He's not going for him. All right.
Oh, boy. All right, ending on some drama to the Kangas.
Yeah, this is a action-packed game. Concept, why do you have a Titanic Hydra? What is going on?
It scales off HP, man. He's Scion. Let's go.
I mean, I suppose. Sure. Okay, let's see the wave. Let's see the wave clear. What? Oh, no.
That's for the autos, man.
Right, it didn't even proc. I forgot.
It's thick.
All right.
It'd be good.
There you go.
It'd be popping.
I was looking to see who's got the Force of Nature, because Roasthorn went first item that. I was thinking Concept has it. Now can frontline.
Okay. Well, I mean, Stone Point's still fine. I'm still going to advocate for some Force of Nature last year for the Scion, but also Dignitas. I think all they have to do this game is really get the Ocean Soul. If Ocean Soul is picked up, I really don't know how Golden Guardians can take down the health bars of Dig without another insane play. They have one. Now Young on a flank. Look out for Young. It's Young Prismal, man.
Here. Young and Prismal.
Prismal.
There's the punch. Oh, Prismal focused down, taken out immediately, but Hoon's taking a lot of damage. And now Concept's frontlining, so not a bad start for Golden Guardians, all things considered, except that Young is now down as well. Over. Spawn and Diamond. They got the damage. XU's chasing down Golden Guardians, and that should be the end of the game. A valiant attempt from Array from the rest of Golden Guardians, but they just could not get through Hoon's health bar fast enough, and the flankers just got exploded in the fight.
It was a really good cask from Insanity. It got Dung out of the Shroud and it enabled Spawn to take him down. Also, that BT being done on the Sivir, really big to make sure that Sivir's health bar was even harder for the Akali to get through. I think that's going to be enough. Dignitas. It's a weird comp, man, but the Cho'Gath plus the marksman scaled, and now we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah, Prismal's back up, but there's just no chance. Golden Guardians will not continue the perfect weekend. Dignitas will not experience an 0-2 in week 6. Dignitas will claim game 2 against Golden Guardians. What a banger series between these two.
I mean, game 1, Dig had a lead. Golden Guardians came back. Game 2, Golden Guardians had a lead. Dignitas fought back. Weird compositions both games, too, but I think each team had a good idea of how to play things out. And in that other game, the second game, that's why I always advocate for Cho'Gath, man. What Cho'Gath is able to do, even when he's so far behind, just buying space, being the tank that eats other tanks. Hoon was an immobile force. Could not be moved by the side of GG, even with the on-hit Varus, and able Sivir to pick up levels. Free Fire, Dignitas figured it out in the end.
And the Young and Prismal found such a good flank in the Baron pit. Tried to find the flank by the Dragon Soul, but Prismal just got one shot. And by that point, I mean, Young also, like you said, Explosive Cast gets caught out, dies. Once those two are down, the dominoes have fallen. Game is over. But they held in it, and that was an entertaining series. So let's head it to break, because I want to hear from one of the members of Dignitas about what they thought from the series. Let's head it to break, and we'll be back with Magical and one of the winners after this.
Hello, welcome back into the LCS Challengers League here for the Verizon post-game interview. I'm Mad Magical, joined in by the jungler of Dignitas Challengers XU. Well, you guys got the 1-1 split there, but that game 2 was a bit dicey for a while, wasn't it, XU?
Yeah, I think after like 2 minutes into that game, all of us were kind of just like, yeah, we're probably gonna lose, but let's just have fun.
Okay, so it probably was like the first 2 minutes, you're like, okay, we're probably gonna lose. But then after 5 minutes, you guys probably were like, we're gonna win, right?
Yeah, well, I got 2 kills, and I was like, I'll carry, and then it was going okay for a while until I died. I kind of inted, and then once I inted, I was like, oh, I think we lost again. But then they gifted us more kills, so it was nice, and then we won.
All right, so walk me through the Nidalee. We haven't seen a lot of Nidalee so far, but we know this is a classic pick for you. So why'd you pick it this game?
Well, Nidalee has become my classic. If my bot lane is bad in CQ, I'm locking Nidalee. I don't care. And so there was one day in scrims where I was like, I really wanted to play Nidalee, and so we played it once and we stomped. But then it's always been like a back burner pick, like, oh, we're not actually gonna play it. But after game 1 today, which was like disgustingly painful to play, I just hovered Nidalee and I didn't say anything. And we were talking about like Wukong, Vi, whatever, all the normal picks. And then at like 5 seconds, Diamond's like, yo, if you want Nidalee, just like fucking lock it in. So then I did, and yeah, then we just sent it.
Hey, it got you guys the win, did it not? I mean, maybe the Cho'Gath as well. Like, I know we were talking a little bit between the break, and you're saying that Hoon wasn't really feeling the Cho'Gath, but that was, I think, one of the main reasons you guys won that game, right?
Yeah, honestly, huge shout out to Hoon. Hoon's the real MVP, because he wanted to play like a real carry champ, and then, especially after game 1 where he played well and we lost, like he deserves to play a carry. But I kind of yoinked it from him and then made him play Cho'Gath, so I'm sorry, Hoon. I'm glad we won. Next time I'll play a tank instead.
Well, I mean, it's hard to argue when you have a Cho'Gath that has 4 people attacking him for 30 seconds and he doesn't even lose half his HP. You know? It makes it hard to argue that. But, you know, after you guys were able to pick up this win, you still have yet to lose a single 0-2. You haven't gotten swept all season. Do you think that might have been the closest you'll ever come the rest of the season? There's only one more week left.
Yeah, I mean, next week, if we lose a single game, like, I'm not showing up for Proving Grounds. Like, if we lose to IMT or we lose to AoE, like, it's so doomed. We might as well just FF Proving Grounds.
All right, well, you guys heard it here first, so we're gonna have to hold you to that. But let's look at the future. Let's look at playoffs, because you guys, with this victory, make sure that you hold on to that second seed at the moment, because Golden Guardians, the team that was on your heels, had they 2-0'd you, would have actually taken away the second seed from you. How confident do you feel that you're going to be one of the top teams, if not the top team of Proving Grounds or playoffs?
I'm feeling pretty confident. I think these last few weeks have been a little bit weird. We've had some changes, obviously, and I think we're kind of just, we got a little too comfortable with being the first seed and everyone hyping us up. I think the last 2 weeks we went 2-2, so we're humbled a bit. I think this next week of practice will be really good, and then obviously we'll have some easier matchups to build some confidence going into Proving Grounds, and I think from there we'll definitely be a strong team.
All right, so if you had to predict, like, you guys are going to the finals, like, you're going to be the team in the finals. Who is going to be the team against you if it's not Cloud9 Challengers?
Ooh, if it's not C9?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of hoping it's like some amateur team, like Fear. I think Fear could maybe do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like they just have like a nice play style and they all get along really well. They look like a real team out there. Besides that, maybe TL, maybe 100, but it could really be any of those teams.
I like that respect over to Fear, one of our professional teams, because they, you know, everyone always talks about the challenger teams, but Fear, a team that went into the season, not everyone gave them enough praise. You're giving them the praise there. But let's get some praise onto you, as well as all to the fans that you have out there. Anyone you'd like to shout out, give any support out there that Any teammates such as maybe build up Hoon a bit more, be like, Hoon, next time you can play the carry?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Hoon has just been silently performing for so long, and like after last year where he was getting a lot of flack, like it's really cool to see him bounce back and just he's not like looking at any of the haters or any of that. He doesn't have any grudges. He's just like playing his game. He's playing really well, so and he's still willing to take the backseat and play Cho'Gath. So thank you, Hoon. And then shout out to my dad and my brother actually, because I'm gonna fly home in 3 hours to go celebrate their birthday and then fly back the next day. So
nice.
Yeah.
Wait, are their birthdays today or tomorrow?
So my dad's birthday was yesterday, and my brother's birthday is March 1st. But I'm just gonna go back on my one off day to like kind of spend time with them and then fly back the next day.
Oh, geez, yeah, you're just going out there and be like, just kind of cut in the middle, be like, all right, birthday today. This is when we're celebrating it now. It doesn't matter if it's not the actual day. Well, XU, it was great having you for the interview. Congratulations on picking up, even if it was a difficult Game 2 victory. You guys got it all the same. I'm going to bring back our casters, Kangas and Cubby, so we can round out the day. It was a lot of excitement here. We saw not only Dignitas Challengers face another loss, but we saw Cloud9 Challengers as well drop a game to Cincinnati Fear to start off the day. So how do you guys feel after 6 weeks of play?
I gotta say, I think big stories from around the day. Fear took C9 to the brink in both games, and that was incredible to see. I love to hear Axio also putting some respect on a provisional team,
Me too.
saying they play as a team. I know that Dig and Fear, they get along really well behind the scenes. ZZ's helped out some of the players on Fear in the past, so really good relationship there. But again, I think that respect is not because of friendship. It's because it has been earned with their play on the Rift. And Fear is a legitimate team to look out for in this league.
I agree with you on that one. And let's take a look at the standings so we can see where everyone is at the moment. Cloud9 still on top. Dignitas still in second. Golden Guardians in third, but Fear are still tied in fourth place, but it's only with 100 Thieves now, as 100 Thieves did get the 2-0 as well. So they are right there alongside the Cincinnati Fear provisional team.
Yeah. I gotta say,
believe Golden Guardian should be 19-9 after the games today.
Yes, I believe so.
I also gotta say, seeing CLG climb up the ranks, really good. A lot of teams behind the scenes have really good things to say about them, and also FlyQuest on a hot 4-0 streak ever since Winsome came in. They had a great week of play. Masu being in person too. This is a team that I feel like, given their play this week, is a lot stronger than where they're at in the standings, and I want to see where they go from here.
Also, Steve, it is 18-8.
It is 18-8 because if Golden Guardians won, they would have been 19.
Yeah, I just did the math in my mind, so I was about to correct you on that one as well. But yes, there are a couple standings that now that we're looking at the last weeks of play, that like FlyQuest, it's one of those teams where we just saw them dominate this week. So having them at 9th place at the moment is almost like a this is truly the dark horse in the standings at the moment. I was talking about Golden Guardians before. They're the seasonal, they're the entirety of the season's dark horse. But FlyQuest, the last push for the final weeks, is the dark horse that we're having going up until playoffs.
Gotta say, I'm really excited for the bracket stage because I mean, if you're seeing FlyQuest on that right side of the standings, I'm looking at the left side of the standings, and I know some of the coaches are tweeting it out. It feels like a very, very competitive league this split, and I really can't say who's gonna take home the trophy. Like looking at as we go into our last week of regular season play before the playoffs. So a lot to prove in the next week. Really curious to see how the bracket goes.
We don't have a clear favorite right now. I think that's the big takeaway, especially now that Cloud9 Challengers has dropped a game against Fear. Really shakes things up.
But, we are at the end of our day, so it's only appropriate that we round out everything. I believe we have our Samsung SSD Fast 5 that we can go through.
SSD Fast 5?
Yes, because the other stream had already finished before us. They had fast games. Today we had a lot closer of games, so let's see what stands out. I mean, we were talking with XU. We were talking with them about this, and he did call it. I'm not too surprised, to be honest.
He invaded top jungle, cleared all of it, and then gets a double kill. So yeah, I think it makes sense. He's
Nidalee Gaming
to hit level 6 the fastest out of any jungler.
Yeah, Nidalee Gaming for sure. Good to see, and well as Balulu with a fast mythic item. I think it is worth noting. While we have been on stream, it was announced by Immortals today that ABO is going to take a step back for mental health reasons, which means that Balulu will be promoted for Immortals LCS. I know that Balulu has been someone that we think has been playing really well in Challengers. Excited to see what he can do at the next level, and interested to see what happens with Immortals, as they're going to have to go grab a mid laner now.
Oh, we'll have to see what happens during the entire week. But let's
real quick.
What's up?
What happened in the Fly Fam game?
That's what I was just about to say. I'm like, let's
I'm gonna
keep
go
looking at the
level
Samsung
1.
S&T Fast 5.
Level 1 bot rush. That's what I'm going to go for. Just a little 5-man action. Also, surprised that we didn't have... Oh, I guess it is Marksman first kill. So, it's only on
Yeah,
Marksman.
Young got the first kill.
We had a
in
really
our
speedy
games,
kill.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that was at like a little bit past 49 seconds.
Honestly, the 80 first kill, that is my favorite part of the Samsung Fast 5 because it really just spells out Challengers League in a nutshell.
I mean,
that just sums it up,
we had one for every role because, you know me, I like my level 1 shenaniganeries, and everyone fighting early is always great. But is there anything else that stands out to either of you before we move on?
I mean, that's I think the clear one. Otherwise, Ray was on our stream, so that would make sense. Masu on our stream, that would make sense. Still pretty early. First kills for 80 carries, but also that's just the meta.
It's the meta. You get to play aggressively early, and I like when players try to look for those greedy plays, even if it's just the 2v2s, if they get a little bit of assistance from jungler into the bot lane. But that's it for today. We've actually wrapped up 6 weeks of play so far for the NA Challengers League. We only have 1 more week left of the regular season, guys. Only one more week, 3 more days, and then we move on into the playoffs. Every single team will make it.
It ends so fast every time.
It feels like it's too fast, but we do have playoffs still ahead of us, so we can always look forward to that as well. We can look forward to going over to twitch.tv/Travis Gafford, so make sure you go over there, send some love here from the hashtag NACL crew. Everyone, thank you for joining in, the production staff, observers, you too. I suppose it was nice having you along as well, but I love having everyone here, and we'll see you next week.
Happy birthday, Dad.